Tensions are boiling over in global trade as China digs in its heels against President Trump's drastic tariff threats. Could this be the spark that ignites another full-blown trade war? That's the big question hanging in the balance as Beijing makes its position crystal clear. They're not backing down. In a firm statement released on Sunday, China's Commerce Ministry emphasized that their approach remains steady and unwavering. They stressed that while they have no desire for a tariff showdown, they're fully prepared to stand their ground if push comes to shove. This marks China's initial public reaction to Trump's announcement of slapping a whopping 100% tax on Chinese imports starting November the 1st. The move is Trump's response to China's recent crackdown on exports of rare earth minerals, those vital resources that power everything from smartphones and electric vehicles to military gadgets like jet engines and radar systems. For beginners, think of rare earths as a group of 17 special elements that are incredibly hard to find elsewhere and essential for modern technology. Without them, your laptop might never light up, or that electric car could lose its punch. But here's where it gets controversial. This tit-for-tat exchange risks derailing a potential summit between Trump and Chinese President Xi Jinping. It could shatter the fragile peace in their ongoing trade disputes, where both nations briefly hiked tariffs on each other to dizzying levels above 100% back in April. Since Trump took office in January, he's ramped up taxes on imports from numerous US trading partners, pushing for better deals. Yet China, with its massive economic influence, has been one of the rare holdouts, refusing to yield. The ministry's message, framed as replies from an anonymous spokesperson to inquiries from various media, bluntly criticized Trump's reliance on tariff threats. Constantly using high tariffs isn't the right way to build a healthy relationship with China, it read, advocating instead for resolving issues through open talks. And if the US persists, China vowed to retaliate decisively to protect its rights. Beyond the 100% tariff, Trump also hinted at slapping export controls on what he termed critical software, though he didn't specify details. Both sides are pointing fingers, accusing the other of breaching the truce spirit through fresh trade barriers. Trump took to social media, calling China very hostile and accusing them of holding the world captive by limiting access to rare earths and magnets. In turn, China's Commerce Ministry highlighted recent US moves, like expanding export controls on more Chinese firms. Regarding rare earths, they explained that export permits would be granted for legitimate civilian purposes, even while acknowledging the mineral's dual-use potential in military tech. The new rules demand government approval for exporting any items with Chinese-sourced rare earths, regardless of where they're made. And this is the part most people miss. China dominates the global market here, producing nearly 70% of the world's rare earths and handling about 90% of processing. This monopoly has been a major sticking point in US-China negotiations. The restrictions are already impacting manufacturers worldwide, from European automakers to American tech giants, disrupting supply chains for everyday products and high-stakes equipment. Adding fuel to the fire, the ministry pointed out that the US is brushing off China's grievances by proceeding with new port fees on Chinese vessels effective Tuesday. China retaliated swiftly, announcing matching fees on American ships just last Friday. In the end, this standoff raises deeper questions about global economics and diplomacy. Is Trump's aggressive tariff strategy a smart way to force concessions, or does it risk alienating a key economic partner? And what if China's dominance in rare earths is seen as a strategic weapon? Should that change how we approach trade? Do you side with the US on cracking down harder? Or does China's call for dialogue make more sense? Share your opinions in the comments below. We'd love to hear if you agree, disagree, or have a counterpoint to offer.